Hello dear teachers, welcome once more to another video in our digitalization journey. So like we concluded in the previous video, we ended with a design tab. Now we are going to look at the layout tab, and then we try to see the taxes that we are going to complete before the end of the week. Alright, so I'm already there in the layout tab directly, and in the layout tab there's not so much to actually know about it. We just have the basic section. If I just forget about this section, the basic section is just a page setup. Alright, so for the margins, it could be normal, that is normal A4 paper. It could be narrow. So normal is what it is like this. Now if you click on narrow, I think it's also same. If you click on moderate, wait, let's come here and see. If you click on wide, you see what happens to it is it kinds of, you see it's now wide, right? It's bigger than the original because because you see initially this guy, let me try to undo and you see what I'm talking about. You see, this is the initial position of this man here. If I click on narrow, you see its initial position is shifting. If you click on moderate, you see the initial position. If you click on wide, you see the initial position. If you click on mirrored, in fact I never even use these things because it's not I don't really need to use them. All right, now let us go back to our normal. Now let us take orientation. So it could be portrait or landscape. What we are using is portrait basically. Landscape, if you click on landscape, you see it expands, kinds of makes it to be it increases the width, right? But for portrait the length is longer than the width, but in this case the width kind of is kind of longer than the length. Maybe they could be the same. Somehow they could be the same, but that's just the orientation in landscape. So let's take portrait back. If you go to size, you see the size, you see it's increasing the size. Legal, don't even know what these things are all about. Statement, so it all depends on you. A4, A5, B4. In fact I don't even know what all of the things are used for. Let me just take the normal letter. Okay, now if you go to columns, this is now very important. Some teachers usually complain that they cannot divide the page into line. For example, let me just type out something. Okay, let me just say, man, it's going to be too long for me to type out. Anyways, it is we are practicing, so you also follow me as you're in your machine. Let me say I want to type some MCQ questions and I want to divide my page. I don't know, let me just try to look for an example. Let me say form 2. Am I even in form 2? Okay, I think yes. All right, so if you look at this, you realize that some teachers always complain that it's very difficult for them to put this line at the center of the paper. It's very difficult for them to put this line at the center of the paper. Yes, it's very difficult for them to do that, but that line is not necessarily supposed to be. You don't carry a line and you insert there. Okay, it's something automatic. So let me just try to open to there because I cannot retype all of these things. It's going to be long since I just want to explain. All right, so here is the document I type. All right, so in this document normally was, let me show you how it was in the initial state of the document. Let me just copy this and then paste in a new document. And then when you're always copying and there's a diagram involved, please don't click. Allow it to respond, because it's not responding now, but once you click it becomes an issue. So you just have to be a little bit patient so that it responds, because when you are copying a document and there are diagrams that you drew inside, it always behaves like this. I don't know why. I have no explanation to this, but it always behaves like this. So most of the times you just have to be patient. Yeah, this software sometimes can teach you patience. So I've copied, you see. Now I showed you guys how to copy in the beginning. So I've copied from one document. You can paste into another document. Okay, so to paste I can just press Ctrl V. That's it, I've pasted to erase it. Okay, now so here is it. Now if maybe you have typed out your document like this, right? If you have typed out your document like this, and then you want to kind of, I want to delete this page. So okay, if you have typed out your document like this and then you want to divide it, what do? Let me change this color. This color is causing eye problems. Let's take back the white, no color. In fact, let's take no color. And then you want to divide. All you need to do is select what you want to divide. All right, so since I want to divide everything, I select everything. Now after selecting, go to layout, go to columns. If you want it to be in 2 columns, you click on 2. Okay, automatically it divides. All right, but now it has divided, but there is something, the line is not visible. So what do? You still go to columns, you take more columns, you click on line between. You see, normally it is just 2 columns separated, all right, and there's no line. But once you click on line between, you see the line. Once you click on OK, the line appears automatically. All right, so that is basically what you do. So all you need to do is type out your document normally. All right, and then you now copy what you want to separate, and then you separate, and then you continue. You must not separate everything, because you see this portion is not separated, and I can type in that portion going down without any problem. You see, that's it. So that is it for if you want it to be in 3 columns, all right, it all depends on you. You can make it to be any number of columns you want. You can also make it to just a specific portion to be divided, not necessarily the whole page. I think we already saw these breaks, this page break and all the rest, and I think that is all. Those are the essentials for the layout. References, when you have a table of contents, in fact how you want your table of contents to appear, provided you're making a textbook or whatsoever. Mailings, I don't know if you want to send your document through a mail or whatsoever. Review, spelling errors, word counts, the number of words in your document. It gives you the statistics, the language, the previous language, and so on and so forth. View, the read mode. You see the way this document is in the read mode. I can exit. If you go to web layout, kind of, if it appears on a web, is going to appear like this. Let's go. In fact, all of these things can even be seen here. I think they can be seen here. Outline. In fact, hey, let us go back. File. Let's go back to home, please. Oh. Okay, let's go back to view. Where with view now, I have, like I said, 2021 version. So sometimes if the light is too disturbing, I can click on focus. Automatically it becomes dark. Okay, and I can be editing my document clearly without any problem. So if I want to see my ribbons, I just need to click and then I work with it like that. All right, I work with it like that. I could also make always show ribbon, but once I put always show ribbon, it automatically. Anyways, I'm not too concerned on this side because I don't think all of us have this. Okay, let's go to immense. In fact, I've never used this part. Let me just try to see if that's what I think.
Hello, good evening to everyone. Hope you are doing great.
So this kind of, I think I once used this when I was preparing for an exam. I think it was citizenship in French, and the document was too much to read. So I just selected, for example, I just select, and then I use it using my phone. With the view, immense reader, allowed.
Hello, good evening to everyone. Hope you are doing great. Control C equals copy. Control V equals paste. Control X equals cut. Day. Subject. Time. Monday. Maths. 9 p.m. to 12 m. Tuesday. Chemistry. 7 a.m. to 9:30 m.
So you can even change the voice of the person. Zira, I think Zira is a lady, is better. All these males. Let's